Good afternoon, everyone. This is Mr. Wright, principal of Dauphin County Technical School, and I'm here with your May the 15th, 2019 family update. At our most recent JOC meeting this past week, we welcomed and introduced our three new student JOC representatives. We welcome Mariah Fuller, who's in Web Development and Design, a member of the Harrisburg School District, Gabby Haight, who's in the cosmetology program from Halifax, and Haley McConnell, also in cosmetology program from Central Dauphin School District. These three young ladies will represent the student body on the joint operating committee meetings every month starting this coming fall. Congratulations, ladies, and thank you for your interest and your willingness to serve. On April 11th, DCTS held a combined NTHS and NHS induction ceremony, and we joined two ceremonies together. The organizations do remain two separate entities. However, we had to consider the calendar conflicts and the number of students who qualified for both organizations. And after all of that, we decided that it would probably be easier on our families and the students to hold one big night for everybody. And we think that that night was truly a success. Congratulations to all of the new inductees. The Wolverine Council is continuing their preparations for Field Day, which is set for May 31st. Throughout our building, pretty much everywhere you look, our students can find signs reminding them of what they need to do and not do in order to remain eligible to continue to participate in Field Day on May 31st. We are going to have some fantastic things going on. The National Guard has already reached out to us. They're going to provide a low ropes obstacle course that will replace the rock climbing wall. And we really want to give a shout out to Taylor Snyder. She's taken the lead on getting this thing going with some new activities for the night or for the day. It's going to be a fantastic event. Our kids look forward to it every year. We have a return of the Bridge House Winton Hunger Games. We have a drone display. We're going to have a lot of really cool stuff, not to mention all the normal fantastic food offerings that'll be out there. So we look forward to that. On April the 18th, the Pennsylvania Insurance Commissioner, Jessica Altman, came to DCTS and she hosted a press conference to discuss the importance of distraction-free driving. We had about 40 students out there listening to the words of Commissioner Altman, as well as our social studies teacher, Mrs. Brittany Bajika, who was here to share some words from her own experience with a drastically altered friendship as a result of distracted driving and the effect that it had on multiple lives. We thank Ms. Bajika for her contribution to that. The students did a really great job hosting Commissioner Altman, and that press conference was fed out across the Commonwealth to every news outlet in the state, where hopefully it was able to have a far-reaching impact. Our Senior Career Expo Fair was held on April 25th. We had about 230 students visiting 14 different industry partners that day. They were working on their networking skills and they set up interviews for full-time positions upon graduation. We had 7 students actually received interviews further down the process that could turn into full-time positions upon graduation. I would like to acknowledge one of our seniors, Scott Buchter, is a senior in small engine equipment technology, pardon me, and he's a co-op student over at Susquehanna Valley Harley Davidson. He's been there since October, and the dealership has taken part in the Battle of the Kings competition, which is an international bike build competition. And Scott was a part of that team, and he was recently featured on their blog and talked about the bike, and the bike that wins that competition is going to be taken to Milan, Italy this summer by the building team. So you can check out the written version of this newsletter. There's it came in the same email. There's a link to the website where they interviewed Scott, and he talked about his program and the build itself. It's pretty cool. Congratulations to Scott. He's part of a really special thing going on over there. We had 3 more DCTS students achieve the rank of Eagle Scout. Nick Smullen, Tanner Schmidt, and Tim Schmidt were all promoted to Scouting's highest honor this past April. Nick's a sophomore in precision metals. Tanner is a junior in carpentry, and Tim's a junior in diesel. All 3 of these guys are great guys. They're wonderful guys. Their work ethic is second to none. They deserve all kinds of kudos. So congratulations to all 3 of you guys. On May 3rd, we hosted our annual mini-thon to benefit 4 Diamonds. Great night, tiring night. We had fantastic activities, Hungry Hungry Hippos, the human version. The National Guard was in with a cool bounce house. There was a ruthless and vicious silly string attack on me and Mrs. O'Donnell and Mrs. Saporita. It was a fun day or a fun night, and the kids had a great time. Mrs. O'Donnell and Mrs. Saporita took the reins on this one this year. They did a great job. They raised over $10,000 for research against childhood cancers. So a huge pat on the back to them and to every single kid that participated in all the help that we had from parents and the community to make sure that this event went off without a hitch. And it was fantastic, but tiring. May 10th was prom night. Speaking of a tiring event, that's a long day. Friday, May 10th was prom night. The Great Gatsby was our theme. Tickets were sold out way in advance. The committee was led by Ms. Tansey, Mr. Wilson, Mrs. Lynch, and they had a bunch of helpers too. It was a really good prom. The kids did a fantastic job representing themselves, representing their school, and they displayed honor and flair and maturity. They did a great job. I always worry that night about the stories you hear from other schools, and I'm not foolish enough to think that it couldn't happen here, but it hasn't. And our kids do a fantastic job taking care of things the right way and being safe and smart and mature and responsible. So hats off to the people who raised them because they're great kids. Testing season continues across the state. We're in the midst of our Keystone exams here for literature, biology, and algebra. We just finished up the NOCTI exams on May 1st, and there was other NOCTI exams at the end of April. So it requires a lot of stamina and a lot of energy on the part of our kids. They've done a great job. We have, over the course of the past few years, we have shown ourselves to be one of the better schools in Dauphin County, and as according to how our kids perform on these tests, we're one of the very best career and technical schools in the state according to our NOCTI results, and we fully expect that our kids are going to maintain that track record. They come to us well prepared, and they do a really good job. They take their education seriously, and the result is typically DCTS, pretty high up on the rankings as far as the results of these tests go in the school performance profiles. On May 16th, that's just a couple of days from now. That's actually tomorrow as I record this. We will host our annual industry partner appreciation dinner here at the school. This is where we thank the businesses and the men and women who have supported our students with co-op opportunities for our seniors. If your student is not yet a senior, please remember that the co-op program is waiting for them their senior year, and if they are eligible for it, they're going to be able to participate in the co-op program when their senior year comes along. On May 23rd, we will be hosting Senior Award Nights here at Dauphin County Tech. It begins at 7 o'clock in the auditorium. It's a great night for us to acknowledge the accomplishments of our seniors as we get ready to send them off to graduation, which will happen on June the 5th. That is at the Farm Show this year. It has been moved due to the size of our graduating class and the number of family, friends, and well-wishers that want to be a part of the graduation ceremony. That happens at 7:30 on June 5th in the large arena. Senior families have already received a couple of different emails with details and instructions and FAQs for how graduation will work and what needs to happen in order for that ceremony to come off without a hitch. We look forward to seeing everyone there. Thank you very much for watching the videos and reading our newsletters to keep yourselves up to date on what's happening and what has happened. We have a lot of great kids here, and we have a wonderful staff that adores your kids. And we come in every day really looking forward to the opportunity to work with them. So thank you for trusting us with your kids. If you have any more questions, or if you want more information about any of the events, either in the past or coming up, based from what you've heard on these newsletters or in these videos, don't hesitate to give us a call. Thanks. Have a great day.